Tonight on Q2, the arrest of a Mexican man by ICE agents in Montana in the spotlight.
Where's your ID? He's getting deported, I guess.
A look at the body cam video as Christopher Martinez was taken into custody, an arrest that some Montanans are protesting.
When a national issue kind of really comes to your front yard, it feels a little bit surreal.
Also, a new mine set to open just across the Montana border in Wyoming, the first of its kind in 70 years. And
it gives new perspectives and ideas and creativity to help solve problems.
The next generation of tech professionals learning important lessons in cybersecurity. The MTN News starts right now.
From Montana's news leader, this is the MTN 530 News.
Well, good evening and thanks for joining us on this Friday. I'm Russ Riesinger. As the Trump administration continues its crackdown on people illegally in the United States, the arrest of a Mexican man here in Montana has been in the spotlight. And tonight, new body cam footage showing the moments Christopher Martinez was pulled over by officers of the Helena Police Department for expired license plate tags, ultimately leading to his arrest by ICE and now possible deportation to Mexico. We begin with MTN's Kagan Harsha, who walks us through the footage.
It's 12:12 p.m. Helena police stop a vehicle for expired tags. The driver, 31-year-old Christopher Martinez.
Hello. Hello. My name's Seth. I work for Helena PD. The reason I stopped you, your plates are expired in the back. Can I grab your license from you?
I don't have anything with me.
You don't? Okay. No ID at all?
No, I don't.
Okay, what's your name?
When he can't produce an ID,
Christopher, do you have a driver's license?
No, I don't have anything.
Martinez is asked to step out of the truck, where he's then handcuffed.
Alrighty, step out of the car. Keep your hands where I can see them, please.
Yes, sir.
You're going to be detained, okay?
Yeah. I was on the phone with my wife.
At that point, Martinez is immediately questioned about his immigration status.
Those aren't too tight,
How long have you been in Montana?
4 years.
4 years? Okay.
Authorities repeatedly ask him where he's from and again for any form of identification.
I have the right to demand your driver's license.
Yes, sir.
So where's your ID?
After several minutes, officers learn he was previously arrested 2 years earlier.
A key? What'd you get arrested for in 2023?
I have an argument with my wife.
Martinez is eventually issued a citation by Helena PD for not having a license.
Yeah, we're good to go. Unless you guys need it for something.
But at that point, he's detained. Although from this video, it's unclear by who. What is clear is that Helena officers were not aware Martinez was about to be arrested.
He's getting deported. Huh? He's getting deported, I guess.
In Helena, Kagan Harsha, MTN News.
Martinez's arrest has reverberated throughout the capital city, where recently posters have popped up urging people to report immigration enforcement activities. Other signs in both English and Spanish outline what steps to take in an encounter with ICE agents. The question many have is who's behind these posters? MTN's Madeline Heath is looking into that.
Signs are appearing, but they're also disappearing and have become quite the conversation piece around Helena. Joel Harris has run through his Helena neighborhood dozens of times.
Lived here for 10 years now.
But never has he seen anything quite like this.
I totally understand the reason they're popping up with a case like this in the community. It kind of makes it a little more real for folks.
Signs like these started appearing on light poles just last week and have quickly become a conversation starter. Not just here on 6th Avenue.
We were built on diversity.
Jackie Mon was headed home from a rally on the Capitol lawn when she saw this sign for the first time.
I feel that these signs have too much information on them. I think it's a very serious issue that we need to educate ourselves on.
Mon believes the signs have left the community with more questions than answers and are potentially polarizing.
I have to read this thoroughly to tell me whether this is going to help me stand up for what I believe is really important and right.
The posters urge people to report immigration enforcement activities. Others, in both English and Spanish, outline what steps to take if you encounter ICE agents.
Can I be better informed because of this?
The question many have is who is behind the signs? At least some of them are the Waking Giant movement, a grassroots political group that has held several rallies in the Helena area. Others reference an immigrant-owned business with a national following. Regardless, they've certainly generated conversation. A national conversation now front and center in Helena.
Yeah, when a national issue kind of really comes to your front yard, it feels a little bit surreal.
Reporting in Helena, Madeline Heath, MTN News.
President Trump has given dozens of countries until the end of the month to strike a new trade deal, including one of America's largest trading partners and allies, our northern neighbor Canada. As the president again escalates his trade threats against several countries, he says Canada has already responded to a letter warning of 35% imports.
Taken advantage of for many, many years by countries, both friend and foe. And frankly, the friends have been worse than the foes in many cases.
Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney said on social media that the Canadian government has steadfastly defended workers and businesses and will continue to do so as they work towards the revised deadline of August 1st. The United States Secretary of Energy, Chris Wright, joining Wyoming officials today near Ranchester to cut the ribbon on the Brook Mine. Ramaco celebrated the announcement of mining for the minerals used in many technological products. The mining operation will be important for coal energy and rare earth elements. The elements are used in everything from cell phones to fighter jets. They say it's a matter of national security and it's crucial to decrease the U.S. dependence on China.
Those same coal miners that are still delivering the world's largest source of electricity, one of the major sources of electricity in our country as well, they are going to give us, through their mining of those same coal resources, these rare earth elements and other critical minerals that exist among that coal, and they're going to bring us back.
Our David J. was there for the ceremony and also had a chance to head inside the first rare earth mine in Wyoming in 70 years. He'll have that story tonight at 10. Well, just down the road from Ranchester, the Sheridan Rodeo brings in tourists, tradition, and a major economic boost. From Main Street to the arena gates, local businesses say the money spent during Rodeo Week can make or break their year. MTN's Marcus Kakova shows us why this is more than a show, it's a lifeline.
It's the first day of the Sheridan Wild Rodeo, not just a big deal for America's most sparsely populated state.
Oh yes, it brings thousands and thousands of people from all over the United States and even the world. I spoke with some people from Alabama and Florida yesterday. They were scoping out Main Street to figure out where to put their chairs at.
Joyla Perry is the executive director of the Downtown Sheridan Association. She estimates the event draws in $6 to $7 million for the city.
Everything doubles. I mean, there's no hotels available. Everybody's downtown shopping or at the bars, restaurants at night. So this is a great event for our community.
Big boom for businesses like Black Moon Arts Tattoo Studio, which is hosting a rodeo-themed flash event.
Rodeo Week is my biggest week financially, I would say. Just like people traveling, coming through, Flash. A lot of people are in town, like they're coming back home to visit, and so there's a lot more people, and like I'll get messages from people, you know, hey, I'm gonna be back in town like months in advance to get on the books.
Marcus Kakova, MTN News.
Well, it was a rare day in Billings and around much of eastern Montana and northern Wyoming in seasonably mild temperatures, but it's so nice for this time of year, especially for July, summer. We're not usually with a high of 75 degrees, a far cry from that record high of 102 from 86 years ago. Now, it's not going to stay this comfortable for very much longer. We have more heat coming, but also another cold front. Our complete 7-day forecast with all the changes coming up.
Billings fire crews didn't have to go far this morning when responding to an early morning house fire. A fire at 811 North 23rd Street was directly across the street from Fire Station 1. Around 4:30 this morning, fire crews were alerted to the blaze by a 911 call, and an occupant of the residence went across the street, began knocking on the fire station's doors. Everyone inside the multi-unit residence was able to safely evacuate and no injuries were reported. Fire officials say the fire started outside from improperly disposed of smoking material. Well, you may not know it, but firefighters in Billings don't just respond to emergencies. Often they reach back out and help those involved in the fire or medical calls. And they're able to offer that help because of a benevolent fund, a fund that our Matt Carmack tells us got a big boost today.
This is our second year doing the sale.
Carrie Warning is helping to set up items being sold at the annual Pure West Christie's real estate parking lot sale.
You know, we've got a high-profile location, and we want to help organizations, so this was just an easy way for us to be able to contribute back to the community.
And Warning adds this year, they're helping the Billings Firefighters Benevolent Fund, a nonprofit organization dedicated to assisting those in need.
We use it for families who have been displaced from their homes due to a fire, families who have emergency medical costs. It can be even used for sick or injured firefighters and many other causes around the Billings community.
Billings firefighter Ashley Swassing was on hand today to help set out items donated for the sale. We asked her how the money raised here is helping people in need out there.
So we had a young man, probably mid-20s. He had 3 young children. He accidentally ran his foot over with a lawnmower, and so we pitched it to our Benevolent Fund Committee to help them out, and so they can use the check at their discretion, I imagine, for medical expenses.
And most don't realize the money for that fund comes from individual donations and fundraisers like this parking lot sale.
It wasn't something that everyone was aware of, and so we thought, like, this is great, let's do that.
Swassing and other firefighters are grateful for the effort because they know it will allow them to reconnect with patients who've suffered injuries and those who are victims of a fire.
It's super special that we get to know a little bit more about our patients and how we can help them beyond our time on scene with them.
In Billings, Matt Carmack, MTN News.